Okay, so this is an antenna out, a little early, perhaps, for this book of vibrations, but this has an evolving process. The word that I'm entering in is called textuals, and the vibration of textuals right now is probably exclusive just to me. The 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 energy and vibration of this word has not yet taken to the streets. But I like to think of myself like a Sigmund Freud, who brought us the unconscious and sublimation, and Carl Jung, who brought us the archetypes and anima and superconscious. These words didn't necessarily start out with either of those two, or Albert Bandera, inferiority, superiority. These they encapsulated it. They took these ideas as the highest memes within them, and they became the textuals that these people run on. So, in terms of horsepower, think of textuals as something on the internet. You have a card, and you write codes for a person. Maybe one of their codes is breathing, talking, and ideas start to take this. So, go to work is an idea. Pray. Um, uh, Old people dying is bad. Old people die. I don't understand it. And so when I say these memes, I think back to myself when I was younger, um, and the memes didn't really take hold. They were all muddled because there were so many disillusionated thoughts. So some people the meme is kind of weak, but these textuals, textuals, work just like a computer for us, that we can put anything into our minds, like my concept of Rosie the robot being a metaphor for the technological era. So right now I have a computer, television running. Abundance is one of my vibrations, that I live abundantly, and providence, that the power and strength is not my own. All I have to do is have faith, and the blessings will fall down on me. So at different times in your life, different words, um, different actions that you do will characterize sort of like your energy. So when some people think of Freud, they might think of him shooting up. Some people might think of the dream interpretations, different wavelengths you can connect to these people on. So when you introduce, when you study psychology, and you go into the hows and why people do stuff, it goes down to the textuals. What programs are they running up there? What make a YouTube video dot text, txt, something that somebody 100 years ago, someone 20 years ago, wouldn't have understood. So these textuals work with Rosie the robot, and they date you in the novelty of time. So these words that I have in pop memes, the ones that I run, I'm sort of indie, sort of underground with mine, rather than um, Obama is bad, Obama is wrecking the economy, um, uh, I have to go to work tomorrow, I have to go to work tomorrow. Instead of running these textuals, I have to save up my 401k, so my whole life is a pattern of saving money. Scarcity is what I would run that vibration. Um, these are the top 40 kinds of thoughts. I'm not good enough might be one of the top thoughts. Um, the war on coal. Certain things like that. Television shows can become pop memes. Some of my pop memes are I like to watch South Park, and I like to watch Shark Tank, and the NASCAR races, and a little bit Formula One. And sometimes I can go to the business channel and biography channel and just watch whatever's on, and the weather channel. If I see Jim Cantori taking on a hurricane, that's a lot of fun to me. But so in the top 40, war has always been a vibration on the top, but to me that is the vibration of jealousy and possessiveness. Those are the textuals running in a person, in a nation. A nation is another vibration that becomes a textual. You see how it works as you become more enamored of what my world is. And so if people would think like me, or think the universal archetypes in the ways that I've been able to define them as an artist and a psychologist. They're not necessarily my words, the words that I have collaborated, but they became my natural vibration. They resonate most with the way I understand and the way I can organize things. And some of those are novelty and meme and archetype, a Carl Jung word. Something that was alive in Carl Jung is alive in me. Some people who don't see archetypes. A big one is evolution. Throughout the history of when one guy in the 1800s, like Koff or whatever, that the world, according to biblical and Islam, and here I go validating, it's nice to have you on this wavelength, is so it's natural in the algorithms. I won't even validate because I won't. It was a detour. But those who don't run evolution don't evolve. And so you see the nature of something such as coal, that we're trying to go on to the latest, greatest natural technologies. And we're trying to cling to this idea that we need jobs, that jobs.textual is a big one, economy.textual, and our attitudes on that vibration of jobs and economy. Well, Rosie the robot has come in now with a lot of horsepower, and exponentially things are changing. So people who want to cling to tradition, which is another vibration, and it's also nostalgic and sympathetic and sometimes empathetic, they're not seeing the nature of evolution of thoughts, and therefore the way the world is painted. So they don't evolve, and they can't see anything higher than the vocabulary that they have. So these textuals that people have and continue to have, just watch everybody who you see and find what words that they volunteer and just what comes most resonant in their mind to the questions you ask. Really interesting.